one of the key issues you have in a business like ours is, and this goes to being a firm with a purpose versus being purpose-led. If you don't measure it, and I'll explain why, you basically end up with a business with a purpose, and that then doesn't start to drive the decisions that you're making in the business, and it becomes a sideshow. So you have a business with purpose whilst the main bit of the business carries on over here. And to be frank, we were like that, and to a certain extent we might still be. So if you are trying to say you are purpose-led, but then at the end of every month, the only thing that you get from your leaders is a spreadsheet that goes, this is our revenue for the month, this is your utilization rate, which is a special thing for lawyers, how many hours are you doing of your targets, and this is your gross margin. People just go, well, okay, if I'm going to work out how am I going to survive in this firm, I just better make sure my gross margins and my revenue and my utilization rate is high. And whatever that nice person Tom Leman is telling me, it all sounds great, but I've only got a certain amount of time in my day, and if I'm trying to have a career here and I want to survive, then I know what's important for the business. And so it just drives all the behavior towards, okay, well, how do we make sure our gross margins as high as possible? And how do you make sure your revenues as high as possible? If you are going to genuinely embed purpose within your business, and decisions are going to be made on a broader, in a way that is acknowledging the broader stakeholders that they affect, then you have to measure success in a way that is much broader than mere profit. And if you want people to behave in a way which takes into account the planet, or you want people to take into account how their decisions affect clients and people at clients or employees, you have to measure how well they're doing. And that's why we searched around for companies who could help us measure success. And it was Lisa who introduced us to John and the Contexis team, and she certainly felt and feels that Contexis were and are the furthest forward in the science as to actually what activates purpose within a business. And I think that's actually a way, interestingly, I've only just thought about that sort of activation of purpose, which very much Contexis focuses on. Is also, I think, you got purpose to one side, but actually to activate it, I think that's the purpose-led bit. And I've never really thought about it like that, but actually that's that move that we were making, and therefore they were a fundamental part of it.